Hey, greetings, parents. This short little video is just to kind of show what's going to happen at the fourth grade conference this week. And so we're happy to take each student from where they're at, yep, whatever they're able to do, and take them from there. And so our goal is to just celebrate the victories for each student, but also to set goals. And so this year we decided to do it in the framework of slides. And thanks to Kylia for letting us see hers. We're not quite ready with them all, but we're getting there. And so students learn to add their own background, and so they had kind of a template to go by. And so it's kind of cool what they did this week. And so the biggest thing in fourth grade, the biggest word that we look at is the word focus. Focus, man, focus determines everything. Focus is it's kind of an inner desire to succeed, an inner desire to thrive. It's that push to make students want to do well and succeed. And so students are going to rate themselves from 1 to 10 on where they're at in focus. Are they self-propelled? Do they work on their own? Do they thrive on their own? Or do they need a giant push from someone else? And so the goal is, as we evolve through the years, to get everyone to the point where, man, they're hustling on their own. And so the desire to succeed is deep within them and won't need to be, enhanced by someone on the outside. So we're going to look at focus. We're also going to look at drama, because drama can get in the way of focus. Drama is kind of wanting to bicker and be in the middle of everything, and that just kind of takes away from learning. But we're really going to focus on reading. We're going to look at three things. We're going to look at phonics, which is just the ability to look at letters and not guess, but do them one syllable at a time. But also fluency, the ability to just read and be driven by sense and fix up the reading when it doesn't make sense, but also comprehension as well. And so in phonics, I made a video of the fourth graders last week. So you got to see their phonics there. Our goal is to get everyone up to 5-syllable words. So we're a work in progress, but the students are really coming along. I mean, we are going to get there. Yes, we are. And then fluency. So I made videos too of students reading. The 4A1 video, that video, oh my gosh, would not process. It was heartbreaking. We spent a half day getting it together and it would not process. So I'm still working on that one. But fluency is such a big thing. But then comprehension too. So we use this amazing program called ReadWorks. And so students read a passage, which is often a little bit long. And what we do is we read it out loud, because that builds fluency. It also enhances understanding, and we want to evolve to just reading it quietly on our own. But right now, just to make sense become more evident, we are reading it out loud, and it helps so much to build fluency. And so following the reading, there are questions. They start out with just literal, easy questions, and then there's a lot of drawing conclusions and inferring and using every reading skill there is. And the cool thing about this program is I get instant results. And so we always kind of tease about we don't want a Christmas tree with red, which signifies wrong, but we are getting there. Any students who get any wrong, we meet together and we talk about what was that question, because that's half the battle, is what was the question? What are they asking? But then how are we going to find the answer? So we're continually modeling the thinking that students need to use to be successful. Reading comprehension, the students are going to show the scores, of their most recent ReadWorks assignments. Then IXL. IXL is just this most amazing program. IXL has 233 skills in language arts. And so, man, I tell you what, the kids that do IXL, they are ready for anything, because they learn how to be careful readers. And they learn every skill there could be in language arts. And so, for example, this one was main idea. You know what they do on that? They read the top 3 sentences, and then they decide, hey, what's the main idea of those top 3 sentences? And so it's just a beautiful program where, wow, they do learn to think. And so you can see There are skills in everything: main idea, theme, text structure. I mean, every element in language arts is there. And then writing strategies, like this week we were doing, linking words. Like, you have to understand the whole sentence to know which of those words fits in. And so once again, man, we're learning to think. Then there's vocabulary, and it goes way down to grammar and mechanics. So it's just a huge part of our success is IXL. And so I will show you the range of the whole class, and your fourth grader's score will be highlighted. And so it kind of gives you a picture of how much is your child focused compared to everyone else. IXL is something I'd love to have them do as homework. All of the skills we've done are at the very top of Google Classroom, so you'll always know what they are. And so IXL is hugely important. And then in writing, oh my gosh, have they come a long ways in writing. In writing, we're going to look at, hey, do they have a hook? I tell you what, if students write with a hook at the beginning, which makes the reader want to read it, whoa, they are set to be advanced writers. And then evidence to support. That's what we've been kind of challenged with the most is, boy, to write with evidence, which follows the ReadWorks reading. You have to really understand the reading, and you have to articulate those ideas in a logical manner. And we are coming along. And then last but not least, periods and capital letters. And so the students are showing they went through all their ReadWorks assignments. We had a busy, hard week putting all this together, and they chose their best one. So they were doing a ton of self-analysis this last week. Like here's Kylia's amazing hook at the beginning. Has something ever been amazing at first, but then it gets worse? So you just went right to the main idea, but did it in a question that makes you want to read it. Have you ever had to make a really hard decision, and one decision could lead into a bad thing, and then she goes on and on with that, and just beautiful. And here's her evidence to support it. And so here's our next one, about getting a car. A family's trying to decide if they should have a car or not. Have you ever had a car? Have you ever rode a city bus? Have you ever tried to make a hard choice between between cheap but could break down, or best but it's expensive? Sweet. And there's her evidence to support it all. And so that is what you will get to see. Now, if you don't make it to the conference, you know what? Their slideshow is in Google Classroom. So you will be able to see it. In fact, you could preview it before the conference. And then they're going to end. We'll be doing that this week with, hey, write a paragraph about your biggest accomplishments. But then also, your goals. And what's your plan, to meet those goals? Because we're not just doing school. No, we're getting the kids ready for life, and that's what this is all about. So we will see you at the conference. Thank you.